Guys, welcome back to Southern Extreme TV. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about a really cool scope, the Vector Optics TAURON G2 5x40 by 56 millimeter. So as always, thank you so much for hanging out with me on my channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I hope I said that name right. It's T-A-U-R-O-N, TAURON. I don't know how to read sometimes. Nonetheless, Vector Optics Gen 2 model. Really excited about this. I love big, nice scopes that have really good glass, that have really good optics, and that are designed to do a little bit of everything. They're designed to hunt, they're designed to shoot long distance, they're designed to just be awesome optics. So really excited when they reached out and wanted to send this optic out to the channel, because I wanted to test it out, do some shooting behind it, really learn the optic, and then give you guys kind of a first-hand look and experience and let you know my thoughts behind it. Now, I've actually had this optic now for several months. This review is taking some time, a lot longer than what it normally would to do a review on an optic like this. But I really wanted to put it through the ringer because this is the first optic from Vector that I have done a review on. So I wanted to make sure that I took my time, make sure that I give you guys as much information as possible. So let's dive into some of the specs on this scope. It is a 34 millimeter tube diameter, which is really nice. That brings in a whole lot of light into that scope. It has range up to 25 mil, 1 to 10 mil clicks. So it's mil, it's not MOA. You have ED glass with a 56 millimeter objective lens. So that objective lens is a 56 millimeter, which is I really like those larger objective lenses. Field of view is typically really good the bigger you go there, and obviously the more light that you get in also. Has a turret lock function, prevents bumping it and twisting it. And the zero stop is really nice because if you are taking some farther shots where you have to dial up, if you want to go back to zero real fast, you spin it all the way back to zero and you know you're good to go. Or if something crazy happens and you bump the optic getting it in and out of the truck, you know you can just check your turrets, just twist it all the way back to zero and it's going to stop exactly there. And you know you're back going to hit your point of aim. 0.03 mil precise center dot, hash marks, 1 mil crosshair illumination for various light conditions. So it's an illuminated reticle, which is really nice. I do like illuminated reticles on these larger first focal plane scopes. And again, this is a first focal plane, not a second focal plane. First focal plane means that the reticle, as you zoom in and zoom out, the reticle will grow or decrease in size. And the reason for that is the increments between your mil hashes will stay accurate throughout the entire zoom cycle. Whereas on the second focal plane, it is going to be either at maximum power for those intervals to be accurate, or it's going to be some set power like 7 or 8 or 8.5, some odd number where you have to get to that specific zoom level for your reticles on the inside that are mil or MOA hashes for them to be accurate, which is why first focal plane is such a popular method for people who are shooting long distance. They don't have to dial in every time if they know what their holdovers are. So really excited about that. These optics do have a lifetime warranty. That was one thing that I was not really I didn't know at first, and that was one thing that I was really nervous about reviewing this. And I asked them, I said, hey, what's y'all's warranty like? Because to be 1,000% honest with you guys, if a normal daytime scope is not offering a lifetime warranty, stay away from them. Just flat out stay away from them, because there's too many optic name brands out there on the market making quality optics who are backing their products for life. And if they're not doing it, stay away. So Vector Optics, full lifetime warranty, which is really cool. IP67 waterproof, 1000G shockproof ED glass, which I've mentioned that before. Zero stop feature, turret lock, 8x zoom factor, LER, which is their long eye relief, nitrogen purge, long range target, lifetime warranty. Specifications, magnification is 5 to 40, so 5 is your base magnification, 40x is your maximum. 40x is really getting out there. 56 millimeter objective lens. Pretty much everything else I've already read to you guys, so I'm not just going to keep regurgitating that stuff. Now let's talk about, let's see here, price is the only thing that I don't know. In these optics, sometimes it can vary depending on where you're buying them from. But let's dive into what all you're going to get. So right here, you're going to get a Vector Optics sticker. You're going to get some information just about the optic, about the lifetime warranty. Really cool little package deal here where it's got some information on this long section, shows you how to install everything. You get a little patch, a little Vector Optics patch. Really cool thing here, you get a cleaning cloth. So I love these things, putting them on like our bino harnesses or anything like we're carrying into the woods hunting or shooting at the range. It's got a little cleaning cloth that's built into it, so really good job for them to add that. You get a sunshade, which I'm not a big sunshade guy just because I'm not shooting competition or that type stuff that much. And you get a set of scope rings, Picatinny medium profile 34 millimeter scope rings, which is a big deal because the 34 millimeter tube is a rather large tube style, and sometimes that can be difficult to try to find in a set of scope rings. So good job to them for supplying that. And they got a set of Allen keys here, which is going to be for your zero stop and your zero lock as well. So I'm going to set that to the side because that's all the boring stuff, and let's talk about this actual scope and what we think about it. Now, you got a little, what we call a bikini or a bra set of scope, or I guess lens protectors, which is nice. I'm glad they give you something. Right off the rip, this thing appears to be built really, really well. I love the fact that it's exposed turrets, but I like the fact that the turrets are not sticking up in like an obnoxious fashion, because that's one of the worst things that I see in an optic where you're trying to have a do-it-all, if you will, type of scope where you can shoot long distance, but then you can also take it hunting, is if these reticles get too big and obnoxious, it's too easy to get caught on stuff, too easy to you know, just get knocked off, and just a hassle to carry through the woods or to the range. So really low profile exposed turrets. I really like the numbers for the mil readings are very easy to read. Let's see, nice good audible click. So right there, you mash it down, there's no way for you to knock that off. Pull it up, it unlocks it. Very good. Don't know if y'all can hear this. Very nice audible clicks. I really like the way that those clicks are. There's no mistaking. You can feel it and you can hear it. There's no mistaking if you're making an adjustment on that scope. You got a side parallax adjustment, which is really nice. These optics that have really high magnification of zoom, you really want to make sure you've got a parallax adjustment on there, because if you start zooming in too far or looking at a target that's too far away, a lot of times you can run into issues of trying to make the crosshair match with the target you're aiming at from a focal perspective. Your eye wants to focus on one and not the other. So having that parallax adjustment there is a big deal. And then, like I mentioned earlier too, it is an illuminated reticle, which I'm a very, very big fan of. I'm super glad that they provided an illuminated reticle. The magnification is really nice. It's actually got a nice throw lever. Now, it's a good throw lever because it's not so dang big that it's going to get caught on stuff, but it's just enough there that you can reach up there, you can get it all the way down to 40, and then if you need to get all the way back out to that 5 base magnification, it's very easy to do. So that's the brief overview of just the features. Let's talk about the clarity. And you know, obviously I've been running this optic for a little while, so I know how clear it is, but you guys don't know how clear it is. Absolutely love the glass. This is some of the best glass that I have looked through. I would compare the glass reading on this to be up there in par with some of the tracked optics that I've ran. And it reminds me a lot of some of the higher end Athlon optics, like some of the ETR Gen 2 type stuff from Athlon. Very similar type specs, 34 millimeter tube, very similar Christmas tree style reticle. Just a really, really well-built scope, in my opinion. Super excited to have my hands on this. This is definitely going to be a scope that is going to be going on a gun at some point full time. I had it on a 6.5 Creedmoor, just shooting around, plinking with it, and really enjoyed the optic. But I'm telling you guys, if y'all are looking for an optic that is going to give you what I'm going to call Zeiss or loophole clarity, but give you the features that a $3,000 or $4,000 optic is probably going to give you, but doing that at a price range of dang near 1/3 of that. You've got to go give Vector Optics a try. They're a relatively new company. However, they are supplying some fantastic optics. This right here, I'm not gonna lie, I was skeptical at first. Once I got my hands on it and actually looked through it, I was blown away at the clarity and the build quality of this scope. So kudos to them on building a really, really nice, great optic. The only negative out of this entire thing that I've got, the only negative I have is on the parallax adjustment. It's a little tight. It's not easy to move. However, the more you move it, the more loose it will get. So at first, whenever you get it out of the box and you reach over and you try to make an adjustment on the parallax, don't freak out when it's tight. Just sit there and work it back and forth a couple times, and eventually it will slowly start to loosen up to where you can reach up and you can make those small adjustments to bring that crosshair into focus. So realizing that right out of the box, that it's going to be a little stiff, that's the only negative that I had on this entire thing. Everything else was fantastic. The scope tracked well, it looks good, it's lightweight, it's short and compact for what this scope is. Again, we're talking about a 5 to 40 optic, which is unfreaking believable, guys. Really love the ability to do a wide range of different things with this optic for shooting long distance, for taking it out hunting. The illuminated reticle allows you to take it hunting in low light conditions. Just gives you a lot of bang for your buck. And then the glass, again, I want to harp on the clarity, because this glass, and I may get some heat with this glass is top 3, maybe top 4 glass that I've actually looked through from a clarity perspective. And the only reason that I'm probably not giving it top 2 right now is because I want to run this in some more rugged conditions. I want to see if the glass will actually maintain, because what I have seen in the past is some optics, not Vector, but some optics, when they have really, really clear glass, sometimes they won't maintain and hold up. However, I've had this scope now for about 4 months and I have been shooting out of it. I just have not taken it backpacking or in and out of the woods, or really just, you know, beating the crap out of it. But if it will maintain the clarity for 2 or 3 years, then this scope could potentially jump up into my top 1, top 2 category for clarity and just all around functionality of optics. Awesome stuff, guys. Give them a follow. Go check out their optics, because I'm telling you, I was blown away. Awesome stuff, really great company, lifetime warranty, very affordable, and you get a lot of bang for your buck out of this optic. If I didn't go over anything in this video that you still got questions on, make sure you drop a comment down below. I'll try to answer those questions to the best of my ability. I really hope y'all enjoyed what we talked about today, because I enjoy bringing you guys videos for products that I think give you the most bang for your buck, and this right here is the definition of that with Vector Optics. And this Gen 2 scope that they have. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. I enjoyed making this video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'll see y'all in the next episode.